Blingy Greetings. It's your Bling International Diva, Confident Miss Bling. And I'm here to bling your airways out tonight with one of my amazing guests, Nia Dinero. She is a lyricist and songwriter, and she has a lot of amazing things coming up. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring her in now. Usually I give like this long introduction, talk about the weather. No, I ain't want to do all that tonight. I just want to get into it, okay? So let me bring Nia in right now. Nia.
Hello. What's going on?
Up, girl?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling blingtastic today. How are you?
Oh, I love that. I'm feeling really, really good. I'm in a good space. It was a good day today, very productive day, busy day, but it was good. I'm feeling really good.
That's the best place to be. Just in a good space.
Yes.
Amazing. So I want to get into it. I know you have done a whole lot. Mm-hmm. First I want you to tell people who you are and where you're from, and then we'll get into everything else you got going on.
All right. Well, hello, world. My name is Nia Dinero. I'm from Virginia, from Northern Virginia, like 20 minutes from DC. You know, I got to be real specific. I represent the V in the DMV.
Okay.
I started music at a young age. I started music seriously at 17. I graduated from Norfolk State University, and I majored in mass communications and broadcasting. And while in college, I ended up becoming an on-air personality. And that's really when, I just realized like I really wanted to do this. As far as like really tapping into the music industry. I was in a group called Dreams to Dinero, hence where I get Nia Dinero. I was for about 5 years and transitioned out of that, became a solo artist in 2015. And I've just been building ever since. Yeah, that's the musical background.
Nice. So you were a radio personality as well.
Yes.
So how did you transition from being a personality to going into rap being an artist?
So, like I said, I majored in mass communications. So going into college, I already just had that niche, that natural, ability to speak to people. I was just always very like, not afraid to be in front of the camera, not afraid to approach people, not afraid to just give them personality. So it was actually easy transitioning from radio to music, and I did theater, and I was just always that type of person. So as far as like how that relates to the music side, I think the radio just allowed me to see the ins and the outs and the hard work and the, doing interviews and connecting and all that. It just really helped me to really say, okay, do I really want to do this? Yes, I do.
Okay. I can see that because if I felt like I wanted to transition into doing music, I know the ins and outs from being an artist. From being a radio personality to working behind the scenes to working in marketing, working in all of these different areas. Because radio is like one of those, you got like 10 positions.
You got to be hands on. Yeah.
So that's pretty dope. And that's even some great advice for you guys that's listening who are working on that end, or even on the other end, you want to, advance in music. This is one of the things you need to do is know the ins and outs, the backwards and forwards, the behind the scenes, and being in the forefront.
Exactly.
So you got some stuff coming up.
I have some stuff coming up.
We want to talk about some shows and some music. Like,
of course. So during the pandemic, I created an EP called Just for Now. It was created out of the pandemic, just in a time where, creatively, like most creatives, I was just really trying to figure out my next steps, where I stood as far as, my gift, in a time where so many people were going through so many things. Long story short, Just for Now was created. And, some of those tracks like Birthday, which is a very like celebratory, upbeat, track that really just kind of showcases or just embodies just that point in my life where I was like, before that, just really trying to figure out who I was as an artist, as a woman, as a person, just where I stood in that time. And Birthday really is the embodiment of me just knowing who I am and walking into that space. So with that being said, I've been pushing birthday and meditate. And from that, I created a visual album. I actually have a visual
Oh,
album coming out. It is a like 20-minute visual album. I did a little bit of acting in there. Me and
mm,
uh, another strong Black woman. We put this together. We shot
okay,
5 videos in 5 days, in like 5 hours. We shot 5 videos. So I have a
okay.
visual album dropping June 19th, and I'm also going to be performing at Union Stage June 19th on Juneteenth, which I'm very, very excited about. DC.
Nice,
Yes.
nice. So
Super.
how did that come about? You're performing on
Mhm.
Juneteenth. Like, how empowering does that feel to you?
It's amazing. Like it's amazing. Miss Patty, one of the creators of the event, she reached out to me. She had an event last year that she invited me to, and
Okay,
I just continued to build our relationship with her. And top of the year, she reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I would love for you to be a part of this." And when I found that it was on Juneteenth, I was like, "Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes." I mean, because and then on top of that, I'm performing a song called Power, Power on
nice.
Juneteenth. And so I'm really, really, really excited. It's a special day for the culture, it's a special day for us. And I'm just excited to be a part of this moment in time for
Yes,
sure.
yes, that's absolutely dope. And now that this is a federal holiday, although
Hmm.
we still celebrated it anyway. I think that's
Exactly.
dope to be able to do this on this day and finding out, and it's a song, just powerful song that you're gonna be,
Yeah.
performing. That's super dope. Some of the other things that I wanted to go over with you is talking about women in the hip hop industry.
Hmm.
Just now in the future, like, who were some of your influences coming up, and who are some of your influences now?
Now, growing up, I grew up listening to everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. But, growing up, of course, I loved, Left Eye, MC Light, Missy Elliott, artists like Fergie. My sound is hip hop. And so it's
Okay.
about tying in both of my loves and my passions for both genres, the genre of popular music and hip hop. And Eve. In the now, I love artists like her. I love the way an artist like her is being branded. How she carries herself, her lyricism, and her content.
Yes.
Other artists like, of course, Kendrick Lamar, Drake. Uh, I mean, the list goes on. There's so many. I'm really, really loving the new wave of artists right now, and I'm really, really loving, just our ability to, you don't have to be signed to a label in order to get out, in order to
Right.
create, in order to put out, be that next dope up and coming artist. And so I really, really love that aspect of where the game is going. But I'm
Yeah.
definitely influenced by, them classic artists for sure.
Yes. It's like one of the things that you just said, you don't necessarily have to be on the label to get music out. The way
Hmm.
things are now,
Hmm.
everything's digital right now. It's just so many different ways that you can get your music on these different platforms, and be
Hmm.
independent. So how important is that to you?
To be independent.
Yes.
I think it's really important. I honestly, I feel like especially now, I feel like even the artists that are signed to major labels, you have to think independently. Even they are
Yeah.
moving independently. You have to be multifaceted. You have to tap into the digital world. You have to be able to, like, it's just not the same. The industry is just not the same as far as, you go out, you have, all this artist development, A&Rs and this and that. I mean, it's there, but at the same time, they're kind of looking for you to have independent, mindset as far as being able to push yourself and being able to get yourself out there, and
Right.
create movement for yourself. So I think it's very important. I think it's very important to, you know, be multifaceted, and to be, whether I sign or not, I think I'm always going to have that mentality. Like, I can
Yeah.
create, and I'm not afraid to create, and to, get out and network and do what I have to do to create the vision that I see in my head. That makes any sense.
Nice. Yeah. And that's something that I feel like a lot of artists lack.
Mm-hmm.
I think some don't have the confidence because they're independent.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things that I see that holds a lot of artists back.
Mm-hmm.
When they don't put their best foot forward, if they have a deal or not.
Right.
Um,
Right. Right.
so that's I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad that you stepped on that because some of them, what would you say it would be great advice for them, for the
Mm-hmm.
ones who don't have the confidence to be a confident artist without being signed? What
Mm-hmm.
advice would you give to them?
I think the biggest thing, and it's, and I understand, it's easier said than done, but you have to be confident, even if
Right.
you're not 100%. You still got to move forward and put one foot over the other until you get to that point of confidence. That's
Yes.
one thing I've had to learn, especially it's the confidence. It really is the confidence. I'm in a position now to where, because I've been so confident, even when I didn't feel it, I still had to move and put myself in position to be confident. Now
Yeah.
people believe and want to help me. They want to pour resources into me. They want to,
Yes.
because they've seen, I moved in such a way that's like, man, okay, well, she believes it. She believes it enough to invest. She believes
Right.
it in herself to do this, this, and this. So now I'm in positions to where people, like, you can't help but to respect that confidence and that
Yes.
belief in yourself. So I would just say, just, you have to get into this industry. You can only doubt for 2.2 seconds, and then you got to snap yourself out of it and figure it out.
Yes.
And just tap
Yes.
into it. You know what I mean?
Yes. That's great advice. Like, you have moments. I mean,
Yeah.
confidence is in my, where it's at, right there. Confidence is in my name. Okay.
Right. Right.
Like, you have to be confident in order to be a success.
In
You
order
have
to
to believe
be,
in what you're doing.
you have to. And like I said, sometimes you're not always going to feel, like, sometimes you have to wait for your emotion to catch up to the action. That's, if
Right.
that makes any sense. Like,
Yes.
sometimes you're gonna have to move scared. You're gonna have to move nervous. You're gonna have to move unsure. You're gonna have to still move and just trust that your emotion or whatever it is going to catch up to that step that you took. If it's the
Yes.
right step, if that makes, you know
Yes.
what I mean? So
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So one of the other things I want to do, I want to talk to you about your music.
mhm.
Now, I know you have two singles that I definitely want to discuss, but we can start talking about some of the other music that you've made
Mhm.
in the beginning, because you didn't just start, you
No.
know, rapping. You've been doing this for a little while now.
Yes. Yes.
So let's
Yes.
talk about your singles, the two singles, Birthday and Meditate. I want to know about Birthday, the concept. I saw the videos. The videos are dope. So who produced the videos? Let's just talk about both of those. So we could talk about Birthday first.
So Birthday, like I mentioned earlier, Birthday was created in the pandemic. Um,
Okay.
like I said, like a lot of creatives during the pandemic, there was just a lot of stuff going on.
Right.
A lot of people were going through a lot of just tough times. It was just a crazy time for all of us. And
Yeah.
like many creatives, I was just really trying to figure out, like, like, should I put out music? Should I do this? Should I do that? Like, I kind of felt guilty to, like, to put out anything, because I'm like, people are struggling, people are losing their jobs, people.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I saw this meme, I saw something, and it was talking about like gifts. It was talking about how, we all have our gifts and our opportunities to help. And for some people, helping is putting out music. For some people, it's painting. For some people, it's this and that. And that's what got me, back into the studio. And
Okay.
so I came up with the concept, me and another producer down in Virginia Beach, and we created literally the whole EP in a couple of hours. And
Wow.
Birthday was the celebratory track. Like, Birthday was that track that embodied just that feeling of like just getting through. Like,
Okay.
before creating Birthday, I was just in this space, like I said, I'm just really trying to figure out who I was as an artist and just
Okay.
my next steps. And Birthday, pretty much is that celebratory track that pretty much showcased me understanding who I was and what I brought to the table and just walking in that. And then it starts to meditate. Meditate really is just like the contrast of Nia Dinero. It's like you got birthday and then you got meditate. Both sides of Nia Dinero. Meditate was created from a conversation about relationships. And I was talking to the producer about what I want in a guy. And I pretty much was like, having a man that can pray with you and who's fine and everything else is great. But there's something about a man that can just meditate with you. And that's all I said. And the next thing you know, we created the track, Meditate.
Nice. I can see that. Now, see, you're going to have me having a little meditation session when I get with the love. Like, let's just, but you know what? We do have those moments where it's just quiet and we just in tune with each other. We can just look at each other and not have to say a word.
And here's the thing. Meditate, for me, I felt like I love that song because I feel like I wanted to kind of be the voice for what a lot of women want to say. But I'll say this. A lot of men love that track or they'll tell me like, man, I love that track. Cause it's like, you're telling me what you want. You're not forcing it on me. You're not cussing me out. You're not like, you're just saying it in a way that's like, I can digest it. It's like, I want to do those things. And so to me, I felt like that was dope. Cause it's like, if a man feels like that, then I wanted for the woman, I wanted to be, I want to kind of be that voice to show you how you can say it, how you can let them know, like, this is what I want. Yeah. And to be very direct, but, like, finesse it. This is how you get what you want, but this is, you know what I'm saying? So it works out on both sides.
Nice. You got a discography. You have a lot of, singles that, we can just get into. So I want to start with Super Nia. Let's talk about Super Nia.
Super Nia was my first single as a solo artist. Okay. Straight out the gate, 2015, I believe like 2015, 2016. Okay. I love that track. It's a great track to perform. I'm actually performing that as well, Juneteenth. It's a great introduction track. It just showcases, my cadence, my flow, my style. It's fun. It's a beat. And it just really is that track that just kind of be like, who's this chick? Like, who is she? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my baby. That's always gonna be my baby.
Nice. Cool. And now All I See. Let's talk about that.
All I See. So All I See is another special one. I actually shot that video and this other video that I did, Chirac, which was a cover. I believe it was a Nicki Minaj cover, but it was a cover that I did. But I actually shot that video and Chirac the same day. Both of those videos the same day. All I See was special because I shot the whole video in the DMV. I paid for the videographer to get here from New York. Okay. And we together, him and he had his Canon and we shot the video throughout the city. It was really, really fun to make. That one's very special to me because it really was in the hometown for sure.
Okay. So you was in the DM and the V.
We were all over. Yeah, we were all over. Okay. Like if you watch the video, the Ferris wheel, that was the harbor. We shot in DC. We shot in Alexandria. We shot. We literally shot everywhere. Maryland.
Nice. Everywhere. Cool. And then we're gonna talk about Just for Now.
So Just for Now, like I said, Just for Now was created out of the pandemic. I was just, so Just for Now is just special because it transitioned me from that Nia to setting the tone to the Nia that I am now. Like Just for Now really kind of was the rebirth. You know what I mean? The rebirth of where I wanted to go, my sound, what I can do, and my style. So Just for Now is definitely, even if I make 20 different EPs, Just for Now will always be my favorite because it really, had that type of impact on me.
Okay. Me just asking you that, like I saw something.
Mm.
I saw that you were in transition. That was your redemption song. That was your redemption moment.
Yeah.
You rediscovered something new in you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
felt that.
Yeah. I mean, even just working with the producer that I work with, just the things that I did in that project were things that I always wanted to do.
Okay.
Just musically, just with my voice, my just how my cadence and the kind of, the texture of my voice and everything else. So that was a very, very fun project to make for sure.
Okay. Okay. And last but not least, goats. Let's talk about goats.
Goat. So Goat, I actually wrote Goat in Atlanta. So believe it or not,
Okay.
I lived in Atlanta for a year and a half.
Okay.
And I lived in Atlanta for a year and a half, and I worked with this artist, Finesse the World, and together we were a writing team. We went by AMG, Alliance Music Group. So we were like a
Okay.
songwriting little duo. And we originally wrote Goat for Dej Loaf.
Oh.
We were in a writing situation to where we had some tracks sent over to us,
Okay.
and we wrote Goat to one of their tracks. And long story short, it didn't work out, but I heard this, obviously I love the song and I had a track
Yeah.
and I was like, yo, I'm gonna just use it for my project. So yeah, that's a little
Nice.
feedback. We actually originally wrote Goat for Dej Loaf.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is why I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because you find out things that you probably wouldn't know if you looked at this artist or,
Yeah.
I bring these things out. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
So that's dope. So y'all wrote for Deja Loaf and it didn't work out. So you decided, hey, we not leaving this on the table. We
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
put this
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
table. We about to eat. Yes.
So we did go, and that was that.
Nice, nice. So okay, so we found out about all of not all of your music, but the main parts of you,
Mhm.
from beginning to where you transition to where you are now. That's pretty
Right.
dope, and I love to be able to unveil and uncover those things to my listeners and my viewers
Mhm.
because they want to really know who they are looking at when they want to learn more about you.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
just learned
Yeah.
that in like 5, 6 song titles.
Say it one more time.
I said we learned that in about 5 or 6 song titles.
Also,
Like,
yeah, but that's how but that's what music should do, though.
yeah,
You should be able to get to know an artist through their music, if that's what they do, or their art. I'll say that through their art. You should
yeah,
be able to get, the pieces that you need to feel comfortable with them
yes,
through their art.
agreed, agreed. Now we've learned about your music and everything. So
Mhm.
now I want to ask you some other stuff outside of music.
Okay.
So, what is the day in the life? What is the day in the life of Nia Dinero?
The day in the life of Nia Dinero. So I'm an early bird. I wake up early being like probably 6:30 in the
Okay,
morning.
okay,
Pray, meditate, do all that good stuff. I didn't make meditate just to make it. I actually do
right.
meditate.
You walk what you talk. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I wake up, read, do all that good stuff. Then I hit the gym for sure.
Okay.
Hit the gym probably around like 7, get that in, come
Right.
back, make my little morning, my breakfast smoothie, get all that stuff done.
Okay.
And then from that point, it could be anything from hitting the studio to, setting up interviews, emails, a lot of reaching out, making calls, setting a lot of things up. And that's another
Okay.
thing when it comes down to being independent. You got to do all that stuff. You got to be
Yourself.
you got to
Yes.
have the Mac, you got to have the phone, you got to call, you got to set up, you got to have lunch meets, you got to meet people in person, you got to have the calendar, you got to have all
Yes.
that stuff. And so, I get all that stuff done, and I always push to try to make at least, like, even if I have 10 minutes 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'll try to use that time to just kind of like woo-saw for a second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just kind of like, you know, kind of play my whole day or my week out loud. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And yeah, then I just pretty much end the day just kind of getting back to like meditation. Like
Okay.
meditation. I love movies. I love music. Like if I'm not making music, I'm listening to music in my beats or writing
Okay.
and stuff like that. So yeah.
Dope. Now, coming back to the music, when you are in the studio,
Mm-hmm.
when you go in your studio sessions, I always ask the artist, name 5 things for me. Oh, there we go to hand. Five.
Okay.
Name 5 things for me that you need in the studio before you record.
5 things I need. So I can't do like smoke and stuff like that. So there
Okay.
definitely ain't gonna be no crazy smoke or anything. So I definitely need, depending on what kind of song it is, a good candle.
Okay.
One of the producers that I work with, one of the engineers I work with, I love his studio because he always has some kind of like this like air freshener candle. Like it always smells great in there. Like
Okay.
so some kind of vibe like that. Water, room temperature, water.
Okay.
And this is gonna sound weird, and I don't even know if you should eat these things before you go into the studio, but I always need some kind of like a cough drop or something like that. I don't know what it is, and it always has to be like a honey cough drop.
Okay.
I don't know why, but that's all I need. I don't even need nothing crazy. I don't even need a lot of people in the studio.
Okay. Okay.
real,
You
real
know, I don't think out of the 15 years I've been doing this, I don't think anybody have ever said a cough drop.
It's I will literally like if I have to go to Virginia Beach to go to the studio, and let's say my studio sessions at I don't know 7 p.m. I
Okay.
will get there. I will let them know. Okay, I'm right around the corner just so I can go to the 7-Eleven and get some honey cough drops, and then walk into the studio.
Cool. I'm gonna have to make a care package. Have you had the let me see, I think I got one up here on my desk. Because I feel you like this, I don't know if this is too strong.
But you know what? I would probably it's something about it's that coolness, you know what I'm saying? It just opens up your throat, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
sometimes to me, I just feel like sometimes just drinking nothing but water, especially when you're doing like in the studio, sometimes it just feels like it dries out, like it just dries out your throat. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't quote me because I'm probably saying something for a singer, for a rapper, anything for the voice. Don't quote me on that. I'm just telling you what works for
But
me.
you on point. No, you on point. You on to something. Because I do hear them say, I had somebody say that they would take like a spoonful of lemon and honey.
That's what I'm saying. Some people do like lemon, honey. I think for me, I just do a little cough drop and I just call it a day and I'm good.
Cool. It's a lubricant though. It lubricates your throat and it keeps it from drying out. Because you're right. I think naturally you're really onto something because I think water will actually dry out your throat.
That's just my experience, especially when you're using it, when you're drinking it, and then you're using it, your voice, and then you're drinking it, and I need that cough drop to kind of give that balance.
Yeah. Dope. So the other thing that I ask everybody towards the end of our interview, because I don't want this to end, I could stay here forever, right? But if it's anything that you could think of that you would want me to bling out for you, because I bling everything. If it's anything you could think of that you would want me to bling out for you, what would it be?
If you can bling something out for me, I would want you to bling. I would want you to bling my Beat headphones. That's what I would want you to bling out.
It's been a while since
those are my babies. I have them all the time. So I would definitely want some blinged out headphones. That's what I would want.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. I haven't blinged no headphones in a while. Actually, I have, but I didn't do any beats. I had Look, I'm looking for all the stuff. Where is that? It's across the room. But I have
Mm.
some headphones that I blinged out that I did
Uh,
a photo shoot with. And they got the
uh-huh.
microphone on it, you know. So I was gonna I don't like for it to be on my hair when I'm doing the interviews, but I will, you know, wear them. But it was perfect for the photo
What
shoot.
about what about Crocs? What about Crocs? I know you have some blinged out Crocs.
Wait, I'm gonna go get the shoe. Hold on.
I know you
Yes,
have some blinged
I
out
got
Crocs. You
blinged
know I got
out
some Crocs.
Crocs. Oh my God. I'm gonna just have to start lining my stuff up when I do the show.
You
Look, you
should
made
see
me
when
get
you have.
up.
Look, you should have exactly,
Yes,
exactly. You should have all your
completely.
bling in the back. I should be able to see the Croc in the back. Just, just
I was thinking
shining.
about reorganizing my set before I
Mm-hmm.
came on today because this wasn't enough what you see. So yeah,
You
it's in the
should.
making.
I'm letting you know. You should. I'm confirming that for you. You should do that. I love those Crocs. Those were dope.
Thank you. Thank you. So okay, Crocs headphones, either or both, we can definitely make that happen. You just
Yes,
let me know when you're ready.
definitely. Most definitely.
Yes, yes. So we have covered a lot
Yes.
with the music, with the new project that you have that you're working on, the one that you're releasing on Juneteenth. Is
Mhm.
there anything else that you want the viewers to know about Nia Dinero before we head out here today?
I just want my viewers to know that I really do thank and appreciate everyone who's been rocking with me, since the beginning. Like you said, I've been doing this for a while,
Yeah.
and I have just the best supporters. I have people who tell me not to quit. I have people who tell me keep going. I have people that tell like so I just want to just thank everyone for their support. Definitely, if you are in the DMV area, or it doesn't matter where you are, get your tickets. Union Stage. I'm going to be performing June 19th.
Okay.
New music on the way. Hip hop is definitely the sound. So I'm excited. I'm ready to give you guys something new, something fresh, something that I feel like everyone's kind of been waiting for. So definitely lock
Nice.
in. All right. Also,
Nice.
website niadinero.com, NIADINERO. Everything Nia Dinero, NIADINERO. Definitely follow. I definitely follow back. And thank you all for your support. For
That was
sure.
my next question. Like, let everybody know where they can follow up with you. See, we was here telepathically.
We were here. We were here.
Yeah. It's all good, and I appreciate you so much for coming through and blinging the airwaves with us and just sharing all of the amazing things that you are doing. I'm wishing you all the success with everything, and just keep going. Don't
Thank you
give
so
up,
much.
and continue to be confident in everything you do.
Thank you. Same with you. Next time
Thank
I'm in
you.
Atlanta, I got to come and visit.
Right, come on through. If you pass downtown, you passing me. So they don't tell me I was here and I couldn't hear.
No, I'm for real. I promise you. When I come to Atlanta, we're definitely gonna connect. I'm gonna bring
Okay,
my
good.
Crocs too.
Yes, bring the Crocs.
I'm gonna bring some nice fresh Crocs for you to bling out for me, okay?
Okay, cool. I
For
will talk
sure.
to you soon, girl. Thank you for
Thank
coming in
you.
and blinging the airwaves with me tonight on Bling Radio.
All right, let's go.
All right. Okay, guys. So that was Nia Dinero. She told you where you can follow her, all of her social media at Nia Dinero. This has been a very great, fun interview, and we have so much stuff coming up in June. June is Black Music Month, so just stay tuned for everything that we got coming up. I have a special announcement on the 1st. Gotta give y'all a little teaser now. I am launching a media school online. So that's what I'm going to tell you guys all about on the 1st of June. So make sure you tune in. You all be great. Have a wonderful day. Keep it blingtastic. I'm out. Blingy love.